let me be amongst the first to say, good riddance, Mikko Rantanen. Got my hopes up for the long haul. I thought we could have been something.
Bye, Felicia.
Be gone. Wanna be gone. I'm Tim Donnelly Dennis Cox, producing the show. It's all right to be angry. Where this is going to be a place where we can be angry today. Furious even. Enraged even. But that's not to say that the Canes lost the big picture. It's not to say that anyone, it's to say this. When you chase big dreams, sometimes it stings. I like big swings. I would have made the Mikko Rantanen trade at the same time that the Canes did, the first one. I like big swings, and I cannot lie. But sometimes they lead to I don't even want to call it a strikeout. It's like, I don't know, you've reached on like a catcher's interference. Here's what happened for those of you that are just getting the news. Mikko Rantanen traded to the Dallas Stars in exchange for a young center, Logan Stankoven, 2 firsts and 2 thirds. Those are draft picks.
Those picks coming in 2026 and 2027, by the way.
It was a long, drawn-out experience. The trade deadline technically was at 3, so it is 3 minutes in the past. However, there is a bit of time traveling that happens. That's when the deals have to be submitted. Sometimes the reporting doesn't come for a little bit, so we'll be waiting to see if those picks were flipped for anything. We'll be waiting to see if any more news does abound. But this is why I'm mad. Okay, this is why I'm enraged. This is why... don't let the door hit you on the way out, Mikko Rantanen. We have some reporting done on the offers. We have some reporting done on what deal he accepted from the Dallas Stars during this whole process. David Pagnotta of the Fourth Period tweeted out that the Carolina offer that Mikko Rantanen left, right? Thank you. No, thank you. Was in the $13.25 million per year neighborhood. I've seen 13.5 referenced. I've seen 13. 13.25 I think is a good baseline for like where the reporting kind of lends itself. So we're rolling with that. Dallas appears to be 8 years, $12 million, maybe 12 and a half. Still waiting on all the actual down and dirty details.
As far as I know, it's 8 times 12.
8 times 12 versus 8 times 13.25. I don't care that the state of North Carolina has what I believe is a 4% tax, that the state income tax.
Slightly over, but
that Texas doesn't have, because the gap between $13.25 million per year and $12 million per year is significantly more than 4%. So roughly, by not being in a state that takes out all those state income taxes, you get about $500,000 more, but you passed on $1.25 million more. You're looking at a difference, and this is rudimentary math. We'll call it $600,000 a year more that the Canes offered you in practical money than the Dallas Stars. So you're not only saying you want to play for Dallas more than the Canes, you're saying you want to play for Dallas more than the Canes, at least $600,000 per year more. You're willing to walk away from over $500,000 per year more. The Canes, the city, the area, the front office, the coaching staff, the players, they should take that as an insult. They should. That's an insult to Carolina if you offer more money to a player who, by the way, appears to have moved on or been moved on from in Colorado because he was chasing dollars. Then you are the one that gives the most dollars and you're not chosen. Be upset with that. If you were going to take a haircut, if you were going to take less money, why aren't you playing out the rest of your career next to Nathan MacKinnon being set up with those goals on a platter that you've been used to the last 10 years? If you wanted to go somewhere and be the guy, why wouldn't you go somewhere where you're the highest paid guy? Carolina. 2020 hindsight, because I know there are those of you out there that will brutalize the front office of the Canes for making the trade and then being caught in this position where you had to scramble to get value at the deadline. I hear it, right? I hear it. If we're watching the film, we're looking back at how it goes, 2020 hindsight deal, I think you probably want to go back in time and make sure you knew that Rantanen was going to consider Carolina much more seriously than he did. It doesn't seem like it was really ever on his list of options. Kind of go with more of I call it the proposal rule, right? You don't drop to a knee and propose to your girlfriend unless you're 100% sure that's going to be a yes. You don't trade for the guy who needs to sign the extension unless you're 100% sure that's going to be the yes, or you have some kind of more awareness of what his priorities are, and you're pretty confident you can give him what he's looking for. That's the hey, we'll watch film and get better. But I think you don't get many opportunities at Mikko Rantanen. And when I say Mikko Rantanen, I mean the player. I mean like the idea of the player. The Carolina Hurricanes have not had a multiple 100-point scorer since Whalers days, I'm pretty sure.
No, 06.
Yeah.
Eric Stahl.
I said multiple.
Oh, multiple 100-point seasons? Yeah.
And you just had a chance at a guy that's done it multiple times. So you take the swing. I still thinking you might have tried and convinced him later on, but it's looking more and more and more and more like the writing was on the wall. That guy wasn't going to stay in Carolina. So you get what you can get. You move out of it, and you try to make the best of a bad situation. I think there's a lot of winners. I think there's a lot of losers in this deal. I think there's a lot of moving parts. I think it's one of those deals that we won't know who wins for years. Anytime draft picks are involved, that's how it goes. You don't know how the Canes are going to use those draft picks. You don't know what they're going to turn into.
Well, they're not going to turn it into anything today. Frank Saravalli of Daily Faceoffs and Sportsnet just said, Canes are done for the day, no additional moves coming.
So they leave the day. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dennis.
Okay.
Logan Stankoven on the squad.
Yep.
Young, what is he, 22, 21, 22?
It's not 22.
Young center, undersized.
Right-handed.
Playing for the Dallas Stars. Center is a position to need. They walk away with 2 first-round picks, both from Dallas in 26 and 27, and 2 third-round picks. Are those also 26 and 27?
That's correct.
And are they also originally from Dallas?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, so likely back half of the first round, 2 firsts, back half of the third round, 2 thirds in 26 and 27, and Logan Stankoven in exchange for Mikko Rantanen, who, by all accounts, is agreeing to a long-term extension with Dallas. We have sound, I'm told, this is my first time hearing this, from Mikko Rantanen on TSN talking about his decision and the trade, and this is what I'm not even going to call him. I was going to say the guy we used to call Moose. No, this is what Mikko Rantanen had to say to TSN. No more pet names.
Obviously, I had to look at all the options because there was no deal when the trade happened. So I was kind of in a situation where I had to really think about my life for a long period of time, not only on ice but also off the ice, and obviously. Really good team in Carolina. As we've seen in last couple of years, they've been close to the Stanley Cup, but I think just the fit in Dallas, and I'm thinking about it a lot with my my camp and myself and Susanna and everything. So just the fit, I feel like everywhere. I think that was what the decision was.
Talk is cheap. Don't go and compliment Carolina right now. Your actions have spoken louder than words ever could.
You didn't want to be here. You were disinterested. You didn't want to be here. It's fine.
You don't want to be here. You don't want to be. You don't. That's fine. I don't want to say it's fine. It's your prerogative. You have the right. You've built the value in your career, right? You're a really good player with a really good resume, and you are wanted across the league, so you have earned the right to make decisions. That does not mean your decisions are not met with emotional reaction from the other side. That does not mean your decisions are met without circumstances or without consequences. You are now an enemy of the Carolina Hurricanes. That's how sports work. I don't wish ill upon you or your family or anything personal. I wish you not success on the ice.
You're officially jackwagon number 1.
There you go. Straight to the top of the list.
Yep.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I hope you enjoy Dallas.
You know, actually, who's also ticked off at him? Colorado Avalanche fans. Because, like, wait a second. That's all it's going to take to keep you? This whole contract stuff that you said that this whole $14 million a year and all that, you settle for 12? Oh, okay. All right. We see how it is.
I'm not kidding here. I don't know if there's a winner in this situation. Maybe Dallas because they got
Dallas. Yeah.
They got a top 10 player in the league, kind of on the cheap compared to what everyone believed. But I think Mikko, if he had a time travel device and he went back in time, 8 years, $12 million, maybe 12 and a half to make up the difference in taxes from Colorado. He and McKinnon play another 8-10 years together. They might forever be linked with statues outside the stadium 15 years from now. And just a ridiculous amount of statistical output. He got out over his skis a little bit, thought he was worth a little more. Carolina said no. He said, all right, I guess I'll go to Dallas and accept the offer there, even though it's not $14 million per year. Heck, it's not even $13 million per year.